right, let's begin the recap. If with no other further ado, Lou, we're starting with you.
I'm not talking about it. So, what happened last week in Blakfathom?
I'm asking.
I need playing Wilhelm Miller, the Serious Mercenary.
Wilhelm Miller, the Serious Mercenary. Got it. Moving on.
And what happened last week is I entered her Weston's room with her ear cutting off by Celeste.
So you literally had her severed ear.
Yes.
You're carrying it around.
Yes. I broke them apart. I put her in the corner and I took away all her weapons.
So what were you carrying around for? What, you needed, in case you needed a snack? What was that about?
It was not to scare the Weston of seeing her own ear, because that's pretty terrifying to see, not attached to
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I've never had it happen, thank goodness. But I can only imagine seeing like a severed part of you, how that would rattle your psyche a little bit, right? Like even a finger or something would be pretty heavy. All right.
So then, I told Helm, who came upstairs, to go and buy a medical kit because we didn't have one. So I was able to sew the Weston's ear back on.
Amazing. Did we get the medical kit?
Yes.
Okay, moving on. We won't go into the details of acquiring the medical kit. I just want to know if it was acquired. Okay,
so then, with the Weston's help and a newfound confidence in my abilities, I sewed the ear back on.
Okay.
And we won't know for sure, but we're thinking the ear is still intact and still working.
So there's a chance it could actually, it'll be healed.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Especially in a place like Blakfathom, where if you lose something, it's gone forever. Someone ends up in Sharky's shop.
I didn't. Anyway, nonetheless, Luke, you got your coins. I'm going to need another coin.
Daniel.
You're closest.
Pass it to Megan. Thank you. And then you can start your recap. Daniel, by first tell me who you're playing.
I'm playing Manfred Helm.
Okay.
And he is a cocky rogue. Although right now he's more of a somewhat deranged rogue because of what's happening to him.
Okay. A lot of heavy stuff on this island.
A lot of heavy stuff on this
island. You came looking. It looks like you found something.
Yeah. Because I'm here on this island because I died, I came back, and the person who resurrected me is somewhere on this island.
Sure.
And everyone on the mainland thinks I'm an abomination anyway, so...
So now you're here. So what happened to you last week?
So, last week, I wake up from my... Well, being eviscerated by some sort of terrible monster.
Okay. So
for lack of a better term.
You were attacked.
I was attacked.
Okay.
And after I picked up the medicine, the medical kit that we needed, which that didn't have any real complications. The biggest one being that the man who sold it to me, Sharky, yeah, there was an arrow stuck it right in the middle of the medical kit, like it was fired into it.
Mm-hmm. Like it has some history, eh?
Yeah, it had some history.
Sure.
But it was still intact for the most part. Yeah. Which I then brought over. Clem, who is this very large but very child-minded man.
So Clem Cather.
He came into the room where all the medical work was being done.
Yes, and for what purpose?
Because he wanted to give us a gift. It's heavy set chains that Mama Cather thought that we're going to need. He was very vague on why we needed them.
She's a wise woman.
No, she was a wise woman. And that is when I mutating.
Mutating? Explain mutating. What? You had like laser beam eyes? What's up, Cyclops?
Sadly, no. I went into my room to get some sleep because I was still incredibly injured from being attacked. Mm-hmm. Thankfully, I'm not all better, but a lot better than I was.
Okay.
But I started having, when some others came into my room, I had more animalistic and bestial features. Like,
So you're becoming feral.
becoming not just feral, like my ears are becoming more pointed, not like an elf, more like a dog almost.
The description was bat.
Bat thing. And
So you're becoming feral.
yes,
Let's go.
and they're like, "All right, we know what the chains are for. Chain me up."
So you accepted it.
No, I was asleep.
So you didn't accept them chaining you up. What happened when you woke up?
I proceeded to beg for my life. Like, I didn't want to die like a dog.
What made you think that you were going to die?
Well, there was a lot of talk about fire and brimstone, that sort of thing. The Inquisitor, for one. The next was, if they couldn't figure this out, that I was probably going to turn on the group and attack them, so they might...
Okay, so you thought that they were going to kill you.
Yes.
Continue.
And after everyone but Audemars went down for dinner,
Okay.
I proceeded to slip out my chains.
Now how'd you do that? You just turned into like a snake?
No, I just managed to slip out of them using my larceny.
So you picked the locks?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And this is without any tools, and Audemars wasn't willing or able to stop me. Or more willing, I'm sure. Even
Nonetheless, so you were free, and then what'd you do with your liberty?
I started making my way downstairs, and I was like, I'm going to get away from Blakfathom. I'm going to go die on the woods rather than hurt the group. I don't want to die chained up.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the hardened mercenary had other ideas, and he pinned me to the wall as I tried to leave.
So you're still captured?
I am still captured, and I got outside before all this happened, and two women near the well, looking almost like pseudo-druidic, I believe.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, like...
You can just say they're heathen.
Heathen pagans. Heathens. Not racist.
You love my politically incorrectness. You can't get enough. Anyway, moving on.
Anyway, and more or less, they approached me, and they approached us.
For what purpose?
More or less saying the fact that they knew what was happening, and they're ready to accept me. I'll let someone else.
So they just said, "Let them go," and let them come with us?
They did. No. They're.
Are you misremembering this?
I'm probably misremembering this.
Get a coin. Stop while you're ahead. Ashley, you want to talk to me?
Oh my
What
God.
happened with your character first? Tell me who you're playing.
I am playing Celeste Schaefer, the headstrong Inquisitor,
Yeah.
with a heart of gold. She did a lot of stuff actually last week.
Okay, let's go through it.
Yeah, so first things first, she kind of came out of her trance or her possession. There we go. With Audemars' severed ear in her hand because she was the one that did it. She explained to Wilhelm what had happened and then pretty much stayed in the corner just as like a little crying heap. When he
Terrifying. You don't even know why you attacked your friend and maimed her.
Yeah. She won't even do that to people that
Deserve it.
really anyone.
So you have no idea though. You had a complete no idea how this happened.
No.
You know you're responsible, but you don't know how.
Exactly.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it super sucks. Especially since everyone assumes that I'm just the villain, which isn't fun. Hey, get out of here.
Yeah.
Ended up doing a little bit of witchcraft when Wilhelm couldn't see, and I blessed his medicine. So that he
Nice.
could actually surgically put the ear on properly.
So there may be some etheric support in his medical skills.
Well, yeah, I felt bad. I needed to right the wrong that I did, even though
Now, as long as he thinks he's a medical genius, that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, I know for sure that I put everything right in the world, even though I don't know what I did wrong.
Yeah. So he's gone from reattaching an ear, now he's ready for brain surgery. We got it. Okay.
Exactly. From there, Wilhelm and I decided to go upstairs to see Carlos Moldov.
Okay.
Because that's where our friend was found, at the bottom of the stairs.
Can I ask you a quick question? Who's Carlos Moldov?
He's from a petty noble family, and he is wanted by the Inquisition for black magic and necromancy.
This guy's awesome.
He's pretty sweet.
I bet you he listens to Doyle. He's legit.
Okay, let's go.
So, deciding that no one should go anywhere together, Audemars stayed with Manfred, and Wilhelm and I moved up the stairs to Carlos's room.
Oh no.
Yeah, where we knocked, and he came out. He was a little frazzled, looked a little disheveled.
Yeah.
And we didn't really get much out of him. I know Wilhelm kind of scrutinized him, but didn't really get a lot. He effectively played dumb to absolutely everything. And pretty much bid us a good day. So we left with not really a lot of answers. And then I forget how we all came together with it, but we noticed that Manfred was changing. And he had a symbol in his hand that started off as kind of a rash, but then turned into almost like a birthmark. Like it was like a burned symbol. Into his
What
hand,
symbol, though? What symbol?
It was...
Symbol, please!
Hey, calm down. I was able to determine that... Was it me? It was me, right? I'm looking at you. Okay. I was able to determine that it was the symbol of Shub-Nigroth, and that he is turning...
The mother of monsters.
The mother of monsters.
The second power of chaos.
Mm-hmm. That it was a chaotic symbol, that it belonged to that specific chaotic deity, and that...
What does Shub-Nigroth espouse? What does she want? What's her tenet?
Just...
Give me a motto. Break it down.
Oh my god. Well, I was about to say blood for the blood god.
Megan, please, I think... not Megan. Actually, you're getting ahead of yourself.
No, it's, the
Not
goat with 1,000 young.
Remember, to give in to your bestial self.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, sorry. So super primal, give into your bestial self. All that fun stuff.
No, corn is the 8th power of chaos, actually.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Alright.
Yay! There you go.
Dealing with someone a little... Okay.
Well, there's all different powers.
So anyways, that's what's going on with Manfred, so that's when we chained him up. Because, oh my god, this is crazy. He's been touched by literally the spawns of chaos. Like, this is not okay. To which point he, freaked out. And I decided to try and divine to see if we could find a solution to cure him. Or if there was a cure. And what I saw...
I'm listening.
...was... It looked like the attic of this building. Ma Cather's bed and breakfast. And I had this aerial view from the top, and it was looking down onto a workbench with a bunch of Bunsen burners and tubes and, lights and flames and stuff, right?
A chemical apparatus.
Thank you.
You got it.
And Carlos modeled up there, and his book, and he's trying to find a cure.
So it wasn't a vision of a pyre with Helm burning in it.
No, it's that someone is already on the track to this, and that's our answer.
Okay. So I might have lied then.
Oh my god! You're the GM! Figure it out!
Okay. Burning pyre. Okay,
Not my cure. I'm alright.
Get it going. Well done. Megan, are you ready to finish this by first telling me who you're playing?
I am playing Audemars der Westen. My concept is Truth-Seeking Alchemist. And things that happened last week. Ma Kether said to Manfred Helm, just as he was leaving her presence, because I can't remember why he was distracting her. Oh, he was distracting her because my ear had been cut off and I screamed.
Sure, I also thought it was because he likes older women. But okay, moving on.
I'm not going to judge.
Mm-hmm.
But Ma got close, and then her entire demeanor changed. She told Manfred, "You've been touched by it. Stay away from me." Which was completely opposite to the way she had been acting, because she had been very friendly with Helm, trying to, spend more time with him.
So the dynamic has changed between them. Chemistry's
Exactly.
gone.
Yes.
Hate it when that happens. Then that's when you enter stalking mode. Okay, go on.
Not in this case. Paul, not in this case.
Whatever, beastie guy.
Something that was interesting for the audience to witness while everyone was distracted with me getting my ears sewn back on for 2 hours was a bird hit the window of my room, and the blood from the bird showed that there was an alchemical symbol in the glass of the window.
Did anybody take the time to figure that out?
No.
You guys are the worst. Okay, moving on. Give me more examples of worst.
God damn it.
It's not your recap. Quiet. You're just moving how
This
bad
is
you
not
are.
an example of worst. I found this to be really interesting. Moldov doesn't remember or was lying about having not seen Manfred.
Okay,
he does
so there's
not-
something more to that.
Yeah.
You guys don't know all of it, but you guys definitely know that this isn't the full truth.
No.
Okay.
And he's reminded us that we need permission to enter his room because there is a danger from his experiments if you don't have permission.
Danger from his experiments. Who went in the room?
Manfred Home.
What happened to him?
He is turning.
So there's some kind of danger.
There is something related to.
There's some kind of danger.
There's some kind of danger.
Daniel, hybrid moments.
We were told by Clem that we will want to stay at the bed and breakfast tomorrow night because tomorrow night is when they come.
Who's they?
Once a month, they come and they take everyone and everything
In the streets.
in the streets.
If it ain't nailed down, it's going.
Exactly. There's a little asterisk note next to it. It says PTSD of well.
Renewable resource. What?
Excuse me.
It's her recap, please.
So
So, some more things to add to Celeste's divination. She was looking down on the lab in the attic of the B&B, looking through green energy, the same kind of green energy that was seen,
That electricity.
the electricity arcing
Bizzow.
off that
The electrodes.
artifice.
Yep.
Yeah.
The electrodes.
She saw
The
She saw a
cyclotron.
man working, and he was mumbling to himself, "The solution must be here." The door to his room is heavy. There's 4 bolt locks, 1 barricade, and terrible claw marks
On the
on
inside.
the inside.
Like something was trying to get out.
Yes.
Who would want to go in that room? Right?
Someone wanting answers. If you don't look, you'll never know.
Right? And I can tell you the kind of answers you're going to get. Thank you.
Mouthful.
But
Holy shit. Why aren't you there all the time, 24/7? Alright, anyway.
there's speculation in my next note, so I have to cover it up so I don't accidentally read it out. And something else that was noticed was there was another medical table with something being covered in it by a sheet.
It's a body.
It looks like a body.
He's got a body in
He's
there.
got a body in there.
And also, and what's he wanted for?
Necromancy.
And he's got a
And
body?
he's got a body.
That's never a good combination.
No, it's the worst combination
Holy
in the
cow.
whole wide world.
Got moist in here. Alright.
I was the one that was mostly watching Helm to make sure he was okay. I stuck around with him just to make sure he wasn't alone and that nothing in this place could mess with him.
Mhm.
But shortly after he got out of his chains, I got distracted from properly being there with him. I could hear the music box, the one that I found in my room, playing.
This is getting bad.
So
So you're alone.
I ran.
Are you alone right at this moment?
Yes.
What happens when you're alone?
The house messes with you. The whole damn island messes with you. So, when I walked into my room, I saw the 2 dolls that are normally on my shelf. The demon doll was strangling the angel doll, somewhat similar to the way that I was being choked out by the dead, bloated zombie priest that I found in Undertown the last time
That's like a foreshadowing of something.
I was alone. And I can't find the music box, even though I thought I heard it. But
Well, what can you find?
It stopped playing. What I found was that it's very dark in my room. I turned around to walk outside and go find Helm again, when there was a familiar light from a gory, barnacle-encrusted lantern that lit up in the corner of my room.
And then what happened?
I attempted to run away and get through my bedroom door. But in the dark,
The light went out.
The light went out.
Thank you.
And I find in the dark that my bedroom door is gone, replaced by cold stone.
Did you hear the music box then?
The music box picked up again.
Where are you?
Behind me.
Where are you?
I am most likely in Undertown once again.
Now, I just got a question. When are they coming again?
Tomorrow night.
So it's not tonight.
No, it's not tonight.
How lucky are you? You want to play this game again tomorrow night? I'm willing to do it.
No, I do not want to.
Let's see if let's do it again. Okay. You get a coin? Let's play. Now, everybody. So, we're going to start Undertown. Half drowned, half buried, dark, sinister, ancient, and rotting Undertown. The smell of death and decay surrounds you. Everything is cold and damp, and that's at the driest parts. You get a sense of an immensity of the area that you're in, even though you feel the entire world crushing down on you at the same time. It's super dark, except for the lantern. Everything else, though, is absolutely dark. And of course, there's a music box. Do you like the music box?
I do like the music box. Is it still playing its
It's
tune?
just beginning. It's just, you know, when a music box is winding down. So its off-key, broken notes are now winding down to almost nothing. Where you are is similar to the place you were before, but not exact. There's no loaded priestly body floating in the water anywhere. But there doesn't appear to be any way immediately out of here. You see there's a window, a broken, shattered window, but on the other side of the window is just a wall of broken rock.
I want to...
There's low ceiling rafters, and everything seems to be pressing down on you. Drips from now and then are echoing in the room. It's kind of a spacey kind of basement, but a lot of it is buried, crushed and buried.
I want to move over to the lantern and the music box.
Okay. The lantern is glowing at about half its potency. And the music box is completely silent by the time you're standing over it looking down. Both are in the driest part of the basement, highest and driest part of the floor. And when I say highest and driest, it's pretty wet.
Pretty wet.
They protect themselves.
I would like to... It's an oil lantern, right? I've previously
Indeed.
learned this. Okay, so it's an oil lantern. If it's a half
Savagely notched, battered, barnacle encrusted, gore encrusted. It looks like it's been used in the middle of the battlefield and somehow survived it.
Well, I have a moment and I'm standing over top of the broken music box, I want to do a divination roll because I haven't had a chance
Sure.
to try to figure out who the music box belongs.
You figure out your divination essence use. Yep. Now, your essence use is what? Alchemy?
Well, my archetype is blue.
Yeah, but I'm asking you.
Yeah.
It's alchemy?
Yep.
Okay. So your divination, you gather up some soil, you look for different kinds of lichens in the wall, and you find some mushrooms and you begin to combine them up, mushing them together in your hand as you're standing over the music box. Let's go.
I got 2.
What's your question?
My question is... why is the music box broken? Why won't it play the full song?
Okay. It's a peculiar question. I'm rolling on a 10. Or is that getting modified?
It's getting modified. I'm getting 2 tokens for it.
So it's going down to an 8?
Yes, please.
She's feeling lucky. Okay. So, you sprinkle your mess over the music box and then you put your hand on it and you're focusing on those concepts and questions. You're looking for answers. A couple things happen. You feel intense heat and you smell the toxic miasma in the air of the heart of a volcano. You feel that heat burning your flesh, singeing your hair, drying out your eyes and burning your lungs. In that moment, there's a sharp pain in your hand. That's it. That's what you get. But the pain in your hand, well, the burning and intense volcanic sensation is leaving. The pain in your hand is growing.
Looking down at my hand.
Can you take a look at your hand? There's a hole that's been punched in the center of your palm.
I'm looking down at the music box.
It's a music box covered in dirty filth that you covered it in.
Grasping my hand, applying pressure, trying to relieve the pain, but
sure. No, that pain is deep.
There's a fucking hole in my hand.
Yeah, it's like deep that it almost went through. Like that kind of deep.
Oh.
It hurts like hell.
Little stigmata.
Anything else?
I am...
Get a tape recorder. Okay. Would you just like me to send you a copy of the recording so you can take notes after? Anyway, here we go.
I should just put it on play for my recap.
Nice.
That's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
Doing magic on the music box.
Are you silly?
Am I trying to find shit out?
Right? Are you doing things though?
Yes.
But where are you?
Your town.
You're in Blakfathom.
Everything comes with a price.
Right? So it's not just to do things like regular role-playing games. It's do things
intelligently.
Right.
So.
Carefully.
Don't touch me.
So, I'm going to recover the music box.
Okay, so you have... What do you put in your backpack?
Yep.
You now have the music box. What else are you doing?
I am picking up the lantern because it is my only source of light. Picking up the lantern because it's my only source of light. I would like to explore the room that I am in.
Okay. So half of it's... Okay, so a third of it is buried, and a third of it is drowning. And a third of it is...
somewhere in the middle.
Somewhat decent. At least level. The only other feature, like I said, is the window. What are you doing?
I am looking at the ceiling. Is it
So you started looking? Give me an investigation roll and wisdom.
2.
There's a trap door in the ceiling. It's probably some kind of ladder that was used to come down into the basement. But there's no ladder now.
There's no ladder now.
And, like, you can reach up into the rafters and heft yourself up, but the door's closed. This is going to be a little, an exercise in dexterity, so to speak, to figure this one out.
Yes. So let's...
Also, another thing you noticed, the rafters themselves are rat-infested.
Ugh.
You see nests and small holes that have been chewed through in the ceiling. How the rats get in and out. They turn the rafters into their nests above the water.
Yep.
And still safely secured and hidden away.
Mm-hmm.
So now they can go run up into the holes.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't make your job getting to that trap door any easier.
No, it sure doesn't. However, getting up to the rafters seems like the best thing right now to continue investigation.
You want to talk for advice?
Yes.
Perhaps it's time to use your essence again and try to contact somebody. At least attempt to.
At least attempt to.
I mean, you're already bleeding.
Yeah.
Just take a little bit more damage.
Contact.
Who are you trying to contact?
Celeste.
Celeste? Okay.
Five.
All right, I am ready.
Celeste, I find myself in Undertown again. I was alone in my room. The lantern appeared in my room. The one that previously brought me down here. I can't describe anything more to you than I am in a half-buried room. There's a trapdoor above me. There are rafters that I'm going to attempt to climb and get out the trapdoor.
Is there anywhere that you think we can meet you?
I believe it has been
That's-
What?
Okay, so where were you when this happened?
I was in my room. I was by myself because I was going to take a nap because it was still daytime.
Okay, so you were just starting to get into your hammock, and you just go straight. You just straight, and then this is just coming into your head like a lightning bolt. And then you have this quick discourse, and then it's gone as quickly as it started.
I gather my things.
You start gathering up your things. Remember, it's getting a little later in the day, right, Luke?
It's dinner time, actually.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to leave that there. Luke,
Okay. So I see the two women.
they're leaving.
And I'm like, wait.
Give me a roll. Charisma and influence.
Who cares, man? I got 2.
Okay. So the young one turns, looks over her shoulder, and just shakes her head. Almost like a warning. She just shakes her head and continues to follow after her elder. The elder never looks over her shoulder and continues on like she never even heard your calls.
So I'm just gonna watch to see where they go.
Okay, so they're heading north east of the town. And they're starting to walk through some very heavily overgrown fields dotted with the foundations of ruins of old buildings.
So I don't think I'm going to get their attention anymore, but at least it gives me a general location where they were heading.
Yeah, maybe you can ask around town.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, what do you want to do now? You still have him up against the wall.
Yeah. So I'm like, no.
Yeah.
We're not going to lock you up. Okay. I'm gonna let him go now. But don't be that stupid. We don't want to kill you. We just want to be safe. And you see, you don't like it, so we're trying another way to solve it. But we need to go upstairs and talk with the whole group.
Okay.
Okay. And whatever they told me, I'm kind of scared where DeWeston actually is.
Yeah, I don't actually know what she is.
So I go upstairs to...
You guys start heading back?
Yeah, I go with him.
Okay. So you guys come walking in. Clem's starting to set the table up for dinner. I mean, or break it down, whichever. But he's in the room in regards to dinner. All right? You don't know where Ma Cather is. He should be in the chains.
Yep, we're just going upstairs to grab the chains.
I mean, it's not a rule, but he should be.
I know, Clem.
That's what Ma says.
And we were just going upstairs?
Yeah, we're going upstairs now.
Why you need to be in chains? Why do you look like that?
I'm trying to find answers myself. Okay?
Says, did you go to the Stone of Judgment?
No, I haven't been to
Where'd you go for answers? You didn't go to the docks.
No, not this time. No, we're gonna figure things out. Okay, Clem?
I have a hard time with that.
Everyone does sometimes, Clem. As I'm starting to make my way upstairs.
Not Ma. Okay. Okay, you guys are upstairs. She looks about as white as a ghost. And Automara's gone.
I heard there's like two...
Where's Automara?
Where... Do you know where she is?
She's in Undertown.
So there's two on the right.
She's... What?
I'll describe them. Like, they're two wild women who follow wherever has...
Give me a lore and intelligence roll.
3.
Sound like witches to you. There's no room for hedge magic. In that direction lies the demon. You're not surprised in a place like this, obviously.
They shouldn't be directing.
But they knew.
But they knew about the West.
Of course they did.
And it seems like they
You're right.
follow whatever has tainted element. If
Do you think they're responsible for it?
No, I don't think they're responsible for anything. Derweston said that the lantern was in her room, and before she knew it, she was in Undertown again. I don't know how it got from my room, secured, to hers, but the biggest thing is that we have to find her before dark. She's trying to make her way to the surface, we just have to look around.
well,
Honestly, I can deal with any hedge wizardry later.
Okay, I just letting you know what happened, but we might, because they were pointing down the well, and if she's in Undertown, that might be a way of getting there.
It's definitely one way. I don't think that was the way that she originally came out of there. Or the first time, I should say. Oh god, why does that sound like a habit? Why is she making a habit of this?
I'm thinking the lantern probably is heretical and brings people down there.
I thought it was secure with me. It looks like I'll have to take more precautions. So... You know what, why don't I try contacting her?
How? How are you able to contact her?
So yeah, how did she contact you?
Okay.
I'm not one to question. Never mind.
We know that already. She told us. How are you able to contact her? Or want to contact her? I don't think we can throw a note down there and hopefully it reaches her.
No. I can talk through the spirits of previous inquisitors.
You asked.
What did I ask?
That's the best.
I don't know. I don't know why.
I guess we're kind of in the room. I kind of like whispering. So you're playing both sides. But that doesn't sound. You're inquisitor, but you can talk through past inquisitors.
I talk through past inquisitors because they present themselves.
Okay, that's not normal. But here's the thing.
Hold on. This coming from the autopsy mutation walking around.
What I was about to
I'm
say.
the most normal one here now.
And that's saying a lot.
And that is saying because I'm. Okay. So
My
you're-
skills are useful right now.
I understand.
And nor am I tempted by chaos or evil.
Alright.
If I ever am tempted by chaos or evil, black magics, or necromancy, I allow you to cave my skull in with your mace.
Are we rolling initiative?
No.
Every second we spend talking about this.
We
The
lose
less-
daylight.
There ain't
And
much left.
every second that this
Or
becomes
maybe-
worse.
Just maybe. I'm just putting your past inquisitors can tell you where they know where she is.
That's what I'm hoping.
Instead of okay. So I'll watch the door and make sure no one comes in.
I'll stay with it.
You sure?
I'm going to try to hide my features as best as I can, but it's not going to help.
So you pull your hood up as best you can.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a mask at needful things or something. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe I'll... Can't get this solved sooner than later.
My difficulties too.
For what?
Gonna ask a question that is correctly answered on a 9+ on 2 dice.
Okay.
I got it.
It's 9, right? Anybody doing anything on this roll before I drop them?
2.
So it's on the 7.
Yep. Okay. So you psychically focus and you inhale deep and you hold your breath and your eyes roll in the back of your head. There's a hand on your shoulder. It is like frozen steel.
Oh, that is uncomfortable.
The breath on your neck is like hot steam that stinks of the grave.
Oh, no.
Don't be so eager. I'll be coming for you soon enough. Spin around. It's just the door.
Oh my god. It didn't work.
Put her on the other. You're saying it to yourself.
Mhm.
You can give me a roll.
Didn't work.
This is going to be your
Willpower?
bravery roll.
Aha!
Aha!
5.
Okay, you open the door and you come out into the hall with these guys. They're talking about masks.
What? No, the spirits... They're confused. They don't know where she is. They can't reach her. Their holy, divine power cannot reach her. Because this place is complete evil.
Maybe we can ask Duty how to get to her town. Maybe she knows a way.
Yep. I mean, if you have funds, I'm sure Redgar would probably take us there. How much is a bottle of grog?
Kind of spent all my money getting.
I still got a little bit of money.
Well, we could just ask Duty first and see what she wants in return. Tell us if she knows of any way of getting to Undertown.
Yeah, but the added benefit of having Redgar and his arrows would be very helpful.
I've looked at that man. I don't think even if we were to will pay him the Imperial sum, even the Imperial Eye, I don't think he would stay for our fight.
Oh, why don't we go talk to Duty first and then see if Redguard's willing?
Cutscene. You're losing sun fast. And we're inside the Goblin and Louise. Redgar's passed out. Okay? He's slumped over so much he's almost falling out of his chair. Okay? And Duty seems to be kind of lost in her own thoughts behind the bar. She doesn't even really realize you guys have come in until you're almost right in front of her face. She winks and blinks out of it.
I'm gonna be like at another table away from Duty.
What can I do for you?
We need some information.
She looks at you. Hard. Gray eyes. Her obviously visible wiring in her jaw to keep her skull together.
We need to know if you know anyone, if you know a way into Undertown.
Undertown? Are you crazy?
Audemars is there again.
She puts her hands on the bar and looks at all of you very seriously, even though you won't face her directly.
Something happened. There's an evil that exists in an item at Blakfathom's that has brought her there again.
Look, there's evil everywhere here. You understand that?
Yeah. I'm starting to, and it's sinking in very clearly.
We have warned all of you. Look. If she's down there, she's gone.
She came back once. She can do it again.
So you are literally banking your lives on lightning striking the same spot twice.
No,
Yes?
I'm banking my life on an individual that I know is competent. And we're wasting time now.
Not my time.
Well, then hers.
Look, she already owes me her life. I don't have to keep going to that well. You both feel the same? You both are intent on suicide.
Yes.
Character concept, Luke.
Serious mercenary.
Not suicidal mercenary. Okay!
Yeah, but it's...
Okay, I'm joking.
Just from my where I'm sitting. I feel like if anyone can do it, it's me.
Why do you feel that it's you? You've been under town a lot, have you? You're
No.
an expert?
I feel like I'm that good.
Wow. Okay. Just when you think you've heard everything. Jeez.
I'm doing this to save a friend, no matter the cost.
Yeah, light.
Yes.
You're gonna need it. You see, you're gonna need it to see, but it's also gonna draw them to you.
What's
They
under...
used to be human, right?
I can't tell you that. I don't know. I can tell you that they're not. Those things down there, packs of them. Who knows how many? It says the only place that they won't go and dig up the dead to drag off is Blakfathom's. That's why her big boy is the undertaker of the town. That's why the grounds around the bed and breakfast is a graveyard now. It's the only place where the dead can actually stay in the ground.
Otherwise, they come up, dig them out, and bring them down there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're going to be saying that a whole lot. And that's where you're off to. See, they don't need light. So they'll see you coming long before you ever know that they're there.
Our friend needs our help.
She needs a lot more than your help. But if you're bound and determined, there is a way. I have a way downstairs in my basement. The cellar wall came away during a flood. It revealed some ancient tunnels. I keep the doors now locked there, but sometimes there are voices on the other side of the door whispering to me to unlock it and let them in. Don't worry, I don't. Just like I don't let the things that come to the door in the middle of the night squealing to be let in. I don't let them in either. Barely let him in. Gestures to Redgar. You see, I lock it to keep them out, but you want me to unlock it so you can go to them. Do you understand that reasoning?
I understand that there's no real reason for that.
Okay, well, I hope that the daughter of the Emperor is worth it, because she must be exactly that. She goes and reaches underneath her counter and pulls out a heavy ring of keys. Bulky, pitted, and heavy. She looks at them, considering. All your funds now. You ain't gonna need them down there. And if you don't come back, it doesn't matter. If you do, I'll give them back to you. I'm broke.
I am also.
4 funds.
Okay.
Or 5 funds, actually. 5 funds.
Oh.
Literally, you won't be needing them down there.
I put them on the counter and kind of just on the table.
Yep.
And I don't hand it directly to her.
Okay. She slides them over and puts them in her lockbox, separate from the rest of the coin.
She says, if you're not back by morning, you're not going to be back. Let's go.
Yes, Luke?
Yeah, do what you gotta do.
Get those lights ready.
I pretty much take out my shield and put the torch on my shield on.
Yep, light it up.
Yeah.
That's it? Just the one? So if he goes down, you're in the dark?
No. There's. You have another one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. I'll take it.
So you light it up, you got a torch in your hand now as well.
Better. Look, I don't know if you're going to want to see what's down there, but at least you know what direction you're headed when you're running for your lives.
Yep.
It's always something.
How good, Luke, is it? So she takes you down into the crumbling, moldering underbelly of the Goblin in the Weeds, which looks like it had several sub-areas for VIP lounges and special guests and things like that. Now, all soggy, half-drowned, and so on. She gets to a very heavy, reinforced door that's been barricaded. You can see that there's a huge piece of timber that's wedged up against it into an opposite wall.
Oh. Yeah, no, I
Help me with this, you get that end.
Kind of avoiding gaze as I
She
almost
pulls
like
it
the
away
hunchback.
from the door with
Oh.
a wrench. Okay, and you guys put the timber down on the ground, and she unlocks the massive padlock. Okay, slightly rusty, but it's beefy.
She steps away from the door. She says,
Will you let us out?
let's have a code.
Okay.
What should it be? Listen carefully, because you might be the only one coming back. So know the code, because I don't care what's being screamed on the other side of the door. If I don't get the code, it ain't opening. So what is it gonna be?
She was worth it?
Let's hope so.
Okay. Luke, you the first one in?
Yep.
Force the door open. It's a drowned cellar. Okay? You figure it's probably going to come up to your waist. You can see an entire section of the opposite walls collapsed in, forming almost like a cave mouth.
I take out my mace and I paralish my shield so it doesn't.
Okay, step into the water.
Yeah.
It is freezing cold.
Oh.
Give me a roll. Endurance and Constitution.
I got 7.
Who's next?
Oh my god.
I'm not letting you know if you succeed.
Yeah, I have 46 rules, so.
You, because I have the other one.
I'm going to tell everyone it's freezing.
I'm gonna brace for the cold, but it's not gonna help. I'm going
Getting
in.
your thermal swimwear?
I'm mentally preparing myself, but it's not
Sure.
gonna be enough. I'm going in.
Sure. You won the Polar Bear Club, I didn't
So,
know.
endurance and con. I got 3.
It's time.
I am an already. I got 3.
You guys are in the water. It is cold. Okay, and like I said, it comes up to your waist, almost to your chest. Okay? And that means all the nether regions are shrinky dinky. Alright, now!
I think we'll protect ourselves. They're on the inside.
They're on the inside now. They protect themselves like a turtle.
And fishing system.
Welcome,
Oh, I have to say.
welcome to the world of having a uterus.
He knows. He already knows. Alright, so, we're moving on. You go to the... Okay, so you're walking through the uneven water.
Yeah.
Now, even though you have a torch, it's dirty and murky and you can't see in it.
I'm still stepping carefully and looking.
Stepping carefully?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me... Yeah, give me a perception and wisdom roll.
Ooh. I
Are
got
you all
3.
in this situation?
Why?
Okay.
It's
Something
adventure.
moving in the water.
Oh no.
So you don't know. You
Yeah.
did some... Okay, you guys can just see, like, ripples kind of coming out, but you guys have no idea what happened.
I'm like, just in case, be cautious. We don't know what's in this water.
Now, the torchlight is reflecting off the surface of the water, strangely cascading over the ruins of this cellar.
I have one of my daggers out.
Ready.
Just take it
Knife
out.
mix.
Oh, daggers!
Okay.
He's a knife mix.
Going into the hole.
Yeah.
Okay, you hear the sound of rushing water. Flowing water. Going through?
Yeah.
Okay, so you step through. It's pretty rocky and uneven right here. But there is an underground sewer system, so to speak, of rushing water that's going right past.
Oh, shit.
Excess water is built up and it deposits itself in the cellar.
Hmm.
So I'll let everyone know what's on the other side so they don't like.
Okay? Now, it's not rapids, but it's pretty quick moving right now because of all the rain lately. But you can imagine when it's flooding. Woo!
Jeez. That doesn't sound fun.
Okay, now Luke, water's dark and murky, fast moving. You're going into it? Going into the flowing water?
Is there like a wall on the other side, or is it like?
No, so it's like you picture a tunnel.
Yeah.
And part of the wall is broken away, and that's where you're coming through into it. Right?
Okay,
And
now
on the
I
other
get it.
side of the wall is the basement.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying now?
I get it.
Is the cellar.
I kind of want to know how deep it goes. 'Cause what if
Stick your head in. Look around. Stick your torch in with your hand. Look around.
Oh, now that's smart, Paul. I won't put my mace away quickly. Take out an arrow.
I know what you can do.
What?
You take your mace and throw it in the water and listen.
Now that is probably You know why I'm taking the arrow?
Okay, you guys are doing it. You don't think these things have actually happened in
yeah,
games?
they have.
Yeah, okay.
So I put my mace away, and I take out an arrow that I have.
Yeah.
And I kind of...
Fish around in the water?
Yeah.
Nope. You're not... Okay, your hand is in the water. You gonna keep going?
I don't want to fall in, though. That's the
Can
problem.
I, like, hold on to him so if he fall...
So you're moving up to the hole now. You're holding on to his belt?
Yeah, like...
Okay, so you got a dagger in your one hand, you're holding on to the belt. You got the light in the center of the room.
Yep.
You got the light on the other side of the wall. Got it. There. Give me a perception and wisdom roll.
Oh, no.
I got 4.
You got 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Something's moving through the water behind you.
Oh, sweet.
Now, that's between you and the stairs out of here. Behind you.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull out a dagger.
Okay, so you pull out your dagger quickly.
Just let them know.
Okay, you rip your dagger out, water sprays.
Hey! There is something in the water behind us.
Roll initiative.
FYI.
You got his belt. You're fishing around in the water.
I gotta be safe. It's like only like 2 feet deep. I just wasn't reaching low enough. That's
Luke,
fine.
so you getting down to your knees and then see how real deep it goes? Okay. Alright, so. First thing.
Oh, no.
Okay, you can give me a roll. This is going to be your dex and your perception.
I got a 5.
You got a 5? Okay, couple things. You hit the bottom. Okay? You figure it's going to be maybe thigh deep. Okay?
Yeah.
And then something violently snags the arrow.
Oh.
Boom! You pull out. The arrow's broken in half.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I'm getting off my knees. Something
Okay,
grab the
hold on.
arrow.
What'd you get?
Oh.
Initiative.
Yeah, I got a 10.
You got.
Yeah, I rolled a 5.
Think you're so good. What do you want to do?
Let's take a stab at it.
In the water?
No, I'm gonna wait to see it move.
So you delay.
And then, yeah, okay.
So you get rid of the action sheet. So you take a delay action.
Yep.
And you wait for that. Okay. So something stays under the water and goes to move for your legs. You take a stab down in the water.
Yep.
Okay. You're gonna lose a dice because of the water.
That makes sense.
Here we go.
I only got 1.
You miss. You just start splashing around.
Yeah.
All right. Give me what's your hand-to-hand?
Bacon sushi.
What's your hand-to-hand skill? HDH.
0.
You're grappled. Your legs are grappled, and then suddenly you see this emaciated, almost skeletal arm. Okay? Blackened and bruised with decay. Grabs your weapon arm and pulls you. Okay. Now.
Oh my god, thank you. No, thank you.
Roll your defense again. You dick.
2!
You're pulled into the water.
God damn it.
Okay. And your torch goes out.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Swoosh! Okay, Daniel, you're holding on to him. He almost goes over. She gets pulled into the water. Torch is gone. It's dark on that side.
Oh, we need to go help her.
I kind of like get up.
Okay. Everybody roll initiative. Luke?
Okay, burn on the table, Celeste.
7.
That's better.
Helm.
6. That's even better.
Wilhelm.
6 with half.
Question mark.
10.
I'm sorry.
Question mark goes first.
Give me a defense roll. You're at half. Your defense will be -1.
God damn it. It's 1.
Give me a soak roll, please.
2.
Take a wound and you're stunned. Something bites into your collarbone with bone-crunching force.
Oh my god.
You can't even scream because if you do, you're just swallowing water. And it will orient
Okay, I'll mark
because it
those
wants to go
oriented.
first next turn, so it can keep biting.
That's fair.
It then goes to Celeste.
I'm.
So that's first you're gonna have to do to see if you're drowning. So we're gonna make. Now you have a wound, so you're -1 on everything you're doing. So, so it's gonna be con and endurance.
It's 1.
It's 1.
Yeah.
You're not drowning yet, but you're swallowing a lot of water.
Okay.
You're gonna have the burning back throat syndrome.
Yeah. Okay. Now I would just like to break free because I only have 1 action.
Let's make a roll then.
Break free.
This is going to be your strength and your hand-to-hand -2 dice, then minus another dice because of your wound.
One on my 1 dice.
You are not free.
Oh, you sure?
I like that, Ash, that look. But could you double check behind the screen?
Yeah.
You really sure you don't have success back there somewhere? Can you look in the back room? Okay. So, all you see is Celeste's arm comes out and then whips back down under the water.
Oh, I'm picturing the end scene with Jason, like the original Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Where he like comes out and he's like, "Meh."
All right, who's up now?
It's between Helm and Wilhelm.
We'll go to Wilhelm. We'll go to Helm. Get the Helms out the names.
There's a reason why I want him to go first is because he has the torch. I don't want to go running into the blind.
Yeah, but you're in front of him.
Okay, good point. I'm assuming I don't need to be holding onto a belt, so I'm going to move to
Slanesh. Got it. We're at Slanesh, and we begin to abase ourselves and worship, right?
No.
Second action?
No.
Absolutely.
Second action, get on the knees.
Celeste.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to help her out of her grapple.
Okay, you can't see her. So you can try, but you're going to be a serious penalty. And you'll have a dagger in your hand, so you're only doing this with one arm.
Okay, I orient.
Done.
Under the sea.
It's always better when you're wetter.
Alright, Miller.
Under the battle.
Okay. So it goes to me. If I have a question, Paul.
Yes, sir.
If I switch around, does my torch give enough light so the room's lit?
Yeah.
Because I
It's
don't
not a big cellar.
Yeah, I don't want to
It's
get.
like maybe this size of room.
So what I'm going to do is orient and just have the light projecting.
Okay, so you're still at the entrance,
Yeah,
and you're just holding a shield high in the orient.
yeah.
Let's roll. Okay, we're done that. We go back to you, Megan.
Okay.
Am I winning?
You are winning. So, low ceiling with rafters that I want to attempt to climb.
Sure. Megan, put yourself in the scene. You have a long time to think about this. I'm going to take assumptions then if you don't tell me specifics. We're good?
The lantern is being put on the ground.
Thank you. So you're going to leave the lantern.
Yes.
Okay, so you put it in a dry spot, dryish.
Dryish.
You get underneath, you're looking for some sturdy rafters. And you're getting ready to become one with the rats. Let's go. See a couple scurry across the rafter. Their little tails whipping around.
I hate it. They belong in cages. to be experimented on.
Disease.
Whoa!
Disease.
I have animal cruelty right there.
I mean, to be fair, I am definitely allergic to rodents. So that's...
Their little paws are so cute. Their little
I mean,
hands.
yeah. Like when you see the little, like, cute little pet ones.
Their little hands.
Yeah. No, raccoons have cuter hands.
They have some pretty cute hands.
When they grab for grapes, they're just like...
So they can play piano.
Little tiny piano.
Yeah. Oh, Megan. This is to climb up there. It's going to be strength and athletics. Do you have anything that's going to help you?
I do not have rope. What I'm thinking about is a blessing to bless my
Athletics?
strength and athletics. My athletics, yes.
Okay.
+3 to my athletics for a minute. No. For
It's like I
next
say.
5 turns.
Okay, so for a minute or 5 turns.
5 turns.
5 turns? Okay. So half a minute.
Half a minute. So I got
Oh, no, that was...
Oh no.
the 2 successes I needed.
Thank goodness that these
I got more than
these
that.
difficulties are like 1 and 2, right? Okay. So you focus, you take a sliver of the rafter wood and you impale it in your thumb. And it attunes you with the wood and the rafter and you begin to climb. Let's try it. Strength, athletics.
Strength.
That's
2.
terrifying.
2?
Mhm.
Okay, Megan. Okay, you get here. You feel small rodents racing over your hands, your forearms. You see one of them trying to climb down your arm, using it as some kind of ladder. Okay. You can't get enough purchase. No, you don't do anything stupid like fall and break your neck and roll into the water. But it's just not enough. There's too much distraction and you just can't. The upper body strength isn't there.
I'm not a gun show character.
Right?
Take the sliver out. It's not helping, it's just annoying you now.
Okay, the walls. I don't want to try climbing the walls because they're probably not even climbable.
Couple things. You were a little worried about your weight as well. Now, those rafters are old and rotted. And when you're trying to haft yourself up, they creaked treacherously. Soon thereafter, though, as you're trying to clean your hands off and make sure that there's no rodents left on you, you still have that feeling of them crawling all over you, you hear something moving above on the floor above you. You can't be sure at first. Something stirring, and then for sure you hear the dull thud of footsteps moving across the floor towards the trap door. What would you like to do? As you hear a heavy metal latch clatter on the other side of the trapdoor, unlocking the door itself. What are you going to do? Your lantern's lit. The whole area is illuminated. Now, you never heard it, but you might as well feel it. They don't need light down there. But when they see your light, they'll know you're coming from far away.
I want to...
Scream.
No, because that will only attract
More.
more. Can I
Scream.
go to the lantern?
Yes, you run over to the lantern. You have the lantern, you snatch it up. You're getting ready to throw it up at whatever opens the door and set them on fire. No? Okay.
No.
That's my gameplay, 95.
And I am going to extinguish it.
You've turned out the light.
Yeah.
The trapdoor opens up wide. It's utter dark. You just hear the ominous creak
and then the boom of the trapdoor opening wide. Move on. Let's roll initiative.
So going on the table, Celeste.
5.
Alright.
I'm correct.
Manfred.
9.
Miller.
12.
Okay, there you go.
Question mark.
I hate Miller. 12.
What am I gonna do though? I'm the light boy.
So Orient. Or all of defense. In case something comes at you. What if something's coming at you from behind? Through that tunnel that
I
you're not
need
even
the
looking
light
at.
over
What
there.
if, what if you've turned your
You're
back?
literally back
to-
at the back of a cave entrance. Your back is turned.
This is easier than I thought.
Well,
It's like takeout, not even like that. It was like delivery.
It's
I'm
order
gonna
sticky
do-
dishes on 3 adventurers.
Yep.
is get into this end with my shield still up.
Okay.
I don't know, can I make a perception roll to see if there's anything else in this room?
In the water.
Yes,
That
in
you
the
can't see.
water.
What if there's a second?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a roll. Perception and wisdom.
5 perception.
Luke, whatever's going on, nothing else is reacting in the water. It is just that chaos
Okay.
there. Still have an action. Orient?
Tell him to come closer. So I can see what this... and help her out.
Well, the torch can fill the room, so you can still see.
Yes. He just wants you there to help his ass out.
Probably when he's
I know.
trying to-
I know Daniel.
I'll make it pretty much.
If it's not a PC pylon, he's not doing it right.
I'll go
Okay.
halfway. So I'm like.
Step into the room.
Yeah.
So at least if something's right on the other side, he can't get you.
Yeah.
Unless he's got tentacles that reach.
Yeah,
Okay,
that would
moving
be terrifying. That's not why we even down.
Right! That's my question. Duty's asking that.
Yeah, but because we're heroes. That's what heroes are.
Take the H away, add a Z. Alright.
We're Zedros.
Alright, who's up? Zedros.
It goes to question marks.
Hi.
I need a defense roll.
Okay. One.
You're consistent.
Yep.
As am I. Give me a roll. Soak roll.
Hey, there we go. That's 4.
4. Take a wound. And you are stunned. It begins to rend. You know when a dog gets a hold of something? And it just begins to shake? Whatever's happening to you underwater is exactly that.
That's my name.
Yeah, this is literally my worst fear.
Bones are splintering.
Zombie underwater.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't like any of this.
She comes up for a moment. You see her screaming in agony and she's pulled back down. Okay.
Now grab her, Hal.
Okay, who's up?
After question mark, it goes to Manfred.
I'm going to try to,
Got a dagger in your hand.
put away the dagger and I try to get her out of that situation.
So you're going to aid her grapple. To break the grapple.
Yes.
Done.
It's my grapple time!
Okay, first we're going to need a roll. This is going to be your con and your endurance because you're still underwater.
No successes, but not a fumble.
Okay. You're now drowning. Okay, take a wound.
I got 3.
You know this pain.
I know this.
Except she's not well.
I'm still recovering. from
Okay,
this
so you're drowning now on top of everything else.
Yeah, I feel like shit. This is great.
It's whose turn?
My turn.
pain. No, sorry, it is Celeste's turn. She's breaking.
Trying to break the grapple?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your hand to hand? Nothing?
Yeah.
What's your hand to hand, Daniel?
Hand to hand is now 1.
You're good. You get an extra 2 dice. So strength, hand to hand.
I got 2.
You're free!
Oh my god!
Stupid 1.
Oh god, please.
Can you still have it? Oh, you were stunned, so that's
I was
your action.
Stunned, that's
Okay,
it.
but you get out of the water. Okay, so you're out of the water. You're no longer drowning. Guys, you see her shoulder, collarbone, and neck area has just been rent terribly. Bleeding everywhere. It looks like an animal attacked her.
Oh.
Where have we seen that before? Okay. Is that the turn?
That's the turn.
You got a little bit of time. Megan, let's go back to you.
Okay, so
You know, in the utter dark, the trapdoor's open, and whatever's up there, if you can see in the dark, it's looking directly down on you. What do you want to do? We're not in combat. Don't worry about that aspect, the actions and stuff. Just play your character.
I will.
You're a whisperer, a raspy whisperer. Something in my larder. Your wood creak. There's a clattering on wood. Almost like somebody maybe dropping chopsticks on wood for a moment. Wood creaks again. Yes. Look at you. I'm going to call you succulent. Well, succulent, how did you find yourself down there? How did you get into my larder? Normally, I like to keep them hanging down there. Let my friends tenderize them until they're just right. You are much, much too ripe. But in a short while, I think I can make do. What's that? Something already ate your tongue, succulent?
So much.
Who are you to hold a larder in Undertown?
Says, oh, I am a true and loyal vassal. Says, but no meager servant. No, I am respected.
A loyal vassal to who?
What's that?
A loyal vassal to who?
Oh, you silly, uneducated morsel of food. You have no idea where you are. You speak the name of a place, but you have no concept of its bearing. Undertown? No. You are in the kingdom of the ghouls. I, says Cicero, am the true loyal servant of the Ghoul Queen. You have the honor, my dear succulent, of being nourishment for one of her advisors. But while you can, tell me, succulent, how did you get in the larder? Floor creaks.
There's a magical item that has brought me here.
Cursed, twisted, chaos. You play with things, and there are consequences, aren't there, succulent? Did it bring you to me?
It did.
After I'm done stripping you, leaving only bones for my friends and pets, I'll have to take it to her. I will curry favor.
If you have no fear of the danger from being separated from her, who's to say that when you touch it, it won't affect you?
Oh, Succulent, you've learned from your mistakes. Moments too late, but thank you. My lessons will be quickly learned. It's not as if I don't have those that are loyal to me in turn. I'll have them take it to her in my stead. If something is to go wrong, it befalls them, just like it befell poor Succulent. Perhaps it'll whisk them away to somewhere stocked, heavy with meat. Succulent, are you still there? Nothing to say?
Is it too much to assume that the kingdom of ghouls is somewhere on the island of Blakfathom?
Blakfathom, yes. This place was once Blakfathom. Blakfathom town. Long, long ago. Before the cursed times. Succulent.
For fear that the lantern will disappear before I am finished.
A lantern, you say? So why don't you turn the light up so you can see, Succulent? Or are you afraid of your host? Afraid of what you're going to see?
I am afraid of not recognizing what you are. Because I will be quite honest, sir, I do not know what a ghoul is.
It says we have many, many names. Eaters of the dead. Carrion bastards. The unclean. The barrel ones. We pick battlefields and graveyards clean. Like I'll do you, Succulent. Didn't they tell you to not come down here, Succulent?
I
Weren't
received.
Would you warn?
I was. I was warned. I was not.
I love how you try to be understand straight.
As I am hunched over this lantern that brought me down here and trapped me in the basement of a ghoul. Yes, I am going to attempt to have a somewhat stiff spine. How long has it been since you have actually spoken to Emil? How long has it been since you've seen the comings and goings on Blakfathom?
Interesting questions. I can't really remember past the screams and begs. Always the no please. Always crying out for help from higher powers. They never answer. I can't remember when I last saw the surface. You must understand the Ghoul Queen likes to keep her advisors close. 'Twould be heresy to brook her responsibilities. And a heretic has no chance down here.
completely understandable. Would you perhaps enjoy currying favor by providing her the lantern as well as being able to provide her information?
Information? What could you possibly offer in the way of erudition? Succulent. What do you know?
I know that there are unscrupulous men that are constantly carrying around bodies in boxes, and I have no idea if they are going to you or going somewhere else.
Huh. No deliveries here except for you, Succulent. But you tell me of the comings and goings of the surface world. Succulent, you can't even truly know how you got here. How knowledgeable can you possibly be? Succulent, you bargain with very little. You ask questions, but you give no information. You hear the creak of the trapdoor, like it's going to be closed.
I know that in the main town of Blakfathom, I don't even know if it has a name, but the place with what is called the Goblin Louise and Ma Kethers, I know that they bury bodies on a piece of land that you cannot approach.
This is true. No ghoul may approach that land. Even the Ghoul Queen must answer to him. You need to...
If you ask the questions, I will be able to provide you the answers, and I would hopefully like to do that in exchange for my freedom.
What could you possibly know, Succulent? You're telling me things that I already know, that is common knowledge amongst ghouls for our very survival.
Then if there are not...
Don't go to the feeding grounds around the bed and breakfast. We all know this. Too many ghouls have tested that, and they have paid heavy price. Those lessons are well known to us. Yes, Succulent. Yes, indeed.
I am an alchemist. I am both I have been educated in a professional setting, as well as educating myself on things that cannot...
You hear him hiss. Low. Bestial. Succulent? An academic. I'm going to ask you questions, Succulent. And if I do not find your answers forthwith and correct, our dialogue is done. And you had better hope that some chaotic power takes you from my larder, because there's only one other way. Agreed, Succulent? Okay, he's going to apply you with some alchemical questions. It's going to be your scholar and your intelligence.
Six.
I ply you with questions and you give me those answers. Things have changed, haven't they, Succulent? Too young are you for answers like that. And yet, answers like those cannot be just simply guessed. Intriguing. Reach up high in the dark with the lantern. Hold it as high as you possibly can underneath my voice. Do it now.
Stop crouching over the lantern. I probably stopped crouching over the lantern. I lift it up and I hold it as high as I can.
Okay, you're expecting the ring of the lantern to be grabbed by something monstrous and horrible, but instead it's your wrist. And you're pulled right off your feet. That's where we're going to be leaving it. Goodbye, everybody in YouTube land.
Bye!
I'll send it over.
Algorithms!
Nice.